By the way, not both of us on our phones right now.
We don't want to be.
But we're pulling up
We're very important.
our topic lists, honey. We're just so in demand now. Because we're so famous.
We're so into mankind. We're so into men.
You don't have to see my eyes to know what I'm thinking.
Happy
audience.
Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, let's talk about the glasses.
Welcome back to By the Way with Jordan and Chris. I'm Jordan.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
Okay.
I'm Chris. Yeah? Try being my size, Jordan.
Okay,
there's that.
Hey, how are you? This is a wellness check-in. You know, like with the knock, 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 girl.
Is that why you covered your face? That when I spew later?
Yeah.
Spew my beverage.
It's because I've seen enough.
Spew the beverage
So
as a
like-
massage.
No, we're just continuing our Pride Month theme.
Ew, it's Pride still?
Yeah, Mama, we pulled like one of the big companies and changed all of our
social
profile pictures and banners and all that kind of stuff to be rainbowified because we don't support gay people any other month than June.
No,
because
absolutely.
they're disgusting.
They get what they get, and I'm surprised. Why did they get a whole month? But
I don't know.
Veterans get a day. Let's talk about it.
Are you a veteran?
I might be old, but I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran. I am a veterinarian, though.
Hey, PP, does my microphone sound right to you? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah?
It sounds like hollowed out in my thing today. I don't know.
That's why we did a mic check. That's why you should have been wearing your headphones, which you weren't doing.
I'm just not narcissistic. I don't need to hear myself speak all the time.
But all of a sudden,
Sweaty
live
pie.
now on camera,
Sweaty
you need
pie.
to make a scene out of it when you could have done a mic check.
Sit the point.
Yeah, that's right. The echo is the void between the ears.
I would rather have a void at this point. I'm done thinking about all this.
Jordan. Question for you right off the bat that I have to
This
ask.
better be good.
No, it is good. It is,
With the
I've been waiting
bullying
to ask
happening
you.
in the studio today.
Have you been to the Los Angeles Spring Street Courthouse in California?
Does it look like I've been there?
In this, it looks like you've been summoned to court. Famoida.
Uh-huh.
What I'm going to need you to do, Jordan, is one of these days take me to the Los Angeles Spring Street Courthouse. And for those at home who don't have a screen to watch, I'm about to show something to the camera. And those at home, what I want you to do is pause the video now and Google the Young Lincoln statue. Okay? Pause the video. The Young Lincoln statue. And then what I'm going to do, you're going to come back. Okay, welcome back. Mama, Abraham Twinklin.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Why?
Actual statue.
And this is there's no way he looked like this. This can't be like no, hold on. This cannot actually be based off of like he didn't stand in for this. Look at his feet. His feet look like Bigfoot.
I saw the feet. Look at the way his hand is tucked into the pants. Like he's like giving some D-bag like.
And the hair, the slick back. What is this like greased version
Let's show the audience. Why don't
ahead.
we show the audience?
This greased up version. He looks like he should be in the cast of Grease.
Guys, Abraham Twinklin? Do we stand? I stand.
Oh, I would like to talk about being a twink.
Sorry, hold on. Zoom in on that girl.
Mama,
How about
put
that?
it down.
How about that?
I would like to talk about being a twink.
Okay.
Because that's number one on my list of topics.
Why?
Is
because Abraham Twinklin?
No, because of the amazing story of when we decided what gay category you fit into.
Okay.
Because remember we had very long conversations about you being a twink.
We did.
Yeah. And and we were like, well, you're not really a twink because you're a little
Because you're
aged
old.
out. But you're not like a twunk.
No.
Because you're not muscly enough, though this shirt kind of helps the cause. And but what did we decide to call you and label you and we did put you in a box and we labeled you very
first
not
of all,
2024 of us.
Thanks to our good friend Billy. Thank you, Billy, for the suggestions as well. I've heard I'm not a twink, I'm a twuz. I've heard I was Billy told me I was
what was my favorite that I called you? Or
A twin.
PP might have made it up.
Oh, I know Billy called me a twantique.
No, I think PP said that one first.
Maybe. No? What were you?
Or I did.
What's your favorite one?
Twantique.
Twantique.
But I don't know if Billy made that one up. I think Billy
don't
made
remember.
up twas.
I remember he told me I was a twas.
I feel like I thought PP made up
What-
Twantique, but it doesn't matter.
I'm a twantique. I'm a twas.
Twas not.
I'm a never twas. Twasn't.
So you're a peasant, wasn't?
Twinny or twafar.
To wherever you are.
Huh? Twaint?
Oh my God.
Want to see Abraham Lincoln's twaint? Google the young Lincoln statue now. Sponsored by Google.
Well, with
and
how
Wikipedia.
thin that statue is, with how thin that statue is, the twaint must be about that big. So, Mama, there's not a lot of space happening down there.
From the look of that statue, he's rock hard, if you know what I mean.
Is he? He looks
Oh my God.
mediocrely soft.
Chiseled abs. Because it was literally chiseled.
Thank you, PP, for that.
You're gonna miss me when I'm famous.
When you're wrong.
Check it. Okay. What else? Twantique.
I thought you had
Twasn't?
something you wanted to talk about.
I had a lot of things to talk to you about.
A twas. Apparently.
This pair of glasses that you didn't get me a pair of is one of them.
At Miss Marshall's.
Miss Marshy.
I will not say who I was with when I bought these because they come up on every fucking episode, so I'm not going there today.
We won't, but let's
But-
just say their name rhymes with Gabby and starts with an A. I didn't say
So-
that.
Literally, yeah, you literally said the name. You just added a G in front of it.
Yo, I'm giving G. Catch the necklaces, y'all. We're
Or
matching
matching necklaces.
necklaces. Look,
Kinda.
Jordan loves popcorn. I make him a special batch. Put your hand down. You're like, look at my necklace.
You were doing the same thing. It.
Hey.
You're literally like,
Hey.
look at these twinning necklaces we're wearing. Look at the twin. You're literally doing the same thing.
Well, what I was doing was, in my mind's
Yeah,
eye,
you were covering it up.
in my mind's eye. It
So
wasn't-
watch your tone.
Well, I have a rainbow unicorn and a cheeseburger.
You literally are
cheeseburger.
looking at mine, and it's confusing you about what's going on.
I'm like, I have a
Yeah, literally
triple chin.
looking as far. Your face inverts to the other side, so you can look down.
I turned into an Auntie Anne's pretzel, which I've never had still.
Who is Auntie Anne? Who is Hunky
Hunky
Auntie Anne?
Oh my God.
I was just watching the reunion of that franchise that came from.
The Real Housewives.
Of
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
yes,
And that was, don't tell me. Not Nikki's the daughter.
yeah, the most famous one on the show at this point. Bored.
Yawn. What's the mom's name? Helen? No.
Yeah.
What's the mom? Not Helen Keller.
No, but flip the initials.
HK. Kathy Hilton.
Yes.
Oh my God, I knew
Literally
it all along. I
Paris
knew it all
Hilton's
along.
mother.
I knew it all
Not
along.
you being like Nikki's the daughter. Nikki was the first one that came to your head.
Nikki.
You said Nikki's the daughter.
Doesn't she have a? Does she? There's two.
Yes, but of the two, Nikki's the first one that came to your head.
There's only one Nikki though. Yeah. The one daughter who's Nikki.
Oh my God. Yes, but who's the other daughter?
Paris.
Yeah. So my question is, of the two,
Oh.
Nikki is who popped up in your head first.
Because I was thinking I knew it wasn't. What's her name? Paris. I knew it wasn't Paris, so it was the other one. And I remember the
Yeah.
mom was either Nikki or the sister was.
Was a hickey. Uh-huh.
I kind of have.
What?
Remember how I was like, you didn't
What
do a
were you
mic
about to
check?
say?
Huh? Not that I have a hickey, but then it kind of looks like I have one because I had a little bit of a bump there.
Uh-huh. Remember? Oh, let's tell that story, Mama.
You can tell.
You want to talk about a hickey story?
No, you can tell your version of
about
the
the
story.
fact that
I'll tell
I-
the truth. You'll tell your
I'll
version.
tell the truth.
Okay.
I
would love to hear.
had a hickey. Is that what you would like me to say?
No.
I had a hickey.
No, I know that
I
part.
walked in the dressing room and I was attempting to cover it up because I didn't need everyone in the world seeing it.
And we weren't even that close at the time.
No, we were not. Because you weren't going out with everybody and you scream for the world to hear.
Again, not the truth. I didn't scream. We were alone in the dressing room.
Say it how you said it.
Jordan. Oh my
Wrong!
God. Jordan.
Wrong!
Jordan, I don't know if you know this.
Put the microphone down, you filthy f***ing liar.
Is that a hickey?
You went, is that a hickey?
Okay, that does sound like me.
Yeah.
But there was nobody in the dressing room.
You're
And the door was closed and nobody was in there with us.
The door was not closed, and you know how that whole building is. If you whisper,
It might
the
have been
people
open.
across the room, across the street can hear you in that place.
It may have been open.
Yeah, they heard.
Did you shush him?
I went, yeah, I was like, seriously? I was like, yeah, but you don't have to scream it. I literally I did not know
And
you
then
that well.
and then for mic check, you did something with the neck. You tried to cover it up somehow.
It was cold. I think I may had just like a long, like a t-shirt I kept trying to pull it, or like a jacket or something.
Yeah, you put your hoodie up.
Yeah.
You put your hoodie up and I was like,
Hickey. Yeah, because you're a bad friend, and we weren't even friends yet. Well, we weren't that close of friends yet. We're still not that close. Just kidding.
no, we may interlock the hands and take fake pictures of being married. Let's jump to it. Speaking of, that's the transition. Our past life.
That's the
Past
transition.
life reading. We were intertwined?
neck
Question
is
mark.
killing me.
I know nothing. You've kept me at bay. You had a past life reading with. I guess she was going to come up anyways. Abigail.
Yes.
Hey, girl. So you had Miss Abigail for your belated birthday take you to a past life reading.
Yes,
And
at
I
one of
don't
her
know-
favorite little haunts, one of her favorite stores.
I don't remember what it's called.
It's called October's.
Okay,
Literally the month.
Thank
of
you,
the haunted
October's.
place.
So I don't know anything. And I've been waiting for the piping hot tea.
Um.
And you told me that I would get a gag at something about us.
So I'll like tell you the whole details later of like she read through like 3 lives.
First of all, how did I come up? First of all.
So well, I would love to tell you.
Okay, we'll get to the story. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly.
Go ahead, Jordan.
You love to
So
ask
there he was.
You know what you are? Because
Straight.
I just watched
Straight.
this video.
I'm not gay.
It was Trixie and Brittany, and Trixie asks her a question. She's like doing her makeup, asks her a question, and then like starts doing foundation over her mouth, and she's like, "Not you asked me a question," and then physically shutting my mouth by putting makeup there. And Trixie's like, "Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? Close your mouth." Like that's you asking me my thoughts and then being like, "So anyway, what I was."
So I'm Trixie.
You're Trixie today.
I'll take it.
But so may I continue? Is that okay, boss?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you. Pink. so
To win the.
I'll tell you, oh my god. So I'll tell you the all the stories later.
Okay.
Right at the end, she was about to be finished.
Uh-huh.
And she finishes them all with like a tarot reading.
Oh.
And she's like picks up, she had the cards in her hand and she's like, well, hold on, I still have, she's like, there's one more I gotta talk about. And she's like, they're strong, they're coming in strong. And I was like, okay, work.
So when you mean each one is a different past life you were in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because like I got like the theory behind it. Like I don't know if I believe it, but like it was interesting to hear, I guess. But
Yeah.
that you have lived, multiple lifetimes over millions of whatever. So, there was one from like the 1800s. There was one from like further back than that. I mean, there was a bunch that she told me about, and that you are different genders, you're different types of people. Like one I was a guy, one I was a girl. Like there was like all different kinds of things. One I was gay, shocker to none. One I was just like solo. One I was, whatever. So
Oh God.
there was like, that's the point. It's like all these
Were you a
different
horse
versions of
at
yourself.
one point? Can you be an animal?
I think
Or is
so,
that
but
reincarnation, which is
I
different?
wasn't certainly told that I was a horse at some point.
Okay.
Do you think I'm a horse?
I've never said that.
Didn't you literally?
I've never said you looked like a horse.
Huh. I would love for you to continue what you're about to breathe out of that mouth of yours.
Nothing, girl. Happy Pride.
Uh-huh. So anyway, and then she's like, there's this person coming through.
Oh God.
And she's like there, and Abby's like in the room with me, but she's kind of behind me, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was giving this girl nothing because of course in my head I'm like, I'm not giving her anything. Like she's
Right,
gonna
let's
have to
see
like
what the
read the
tea
doll.
is. Yeah.
So she goes, you guys are like really close. She's like, I literally see you guys like over many lifetimes together. And she's like, and like literally she goes,
You can't stand this
she
for more
goes,
than
you
one
guys
lifetime.
are sword fighting in this one picture that I'm seeing. Girl, now hold on. So
Stop the rumor
hold
press
on,
now.
hold on.
Stop the
So
rumor.
then-
Sword fighting. Okay.
Then she goes, you guys are like not she goes, you guys are always surrounded by like groups of people in all your lives. You have like groups of people that you mutually are around.
Okay.
She goes, you're not
and you're sitting here
necessarily
by, like quaking. You're like,
I'm just like, I'm not really thinking much of it. I'm like waiting.
Yeah, you're like,
so
okay.
she's like, you're not necessarily like the leaders of the group, but she's like, because you guys are so connected and
Catty.
do your own things, literally. The group tends to come to you too for whatever. They like you guys the best. You guys are like the most well liked because we do like our own thing.
That's how we know it's not
provide,
us.
like,
That's how we
whatever.
really know it's not
And so
us.
she's like, that's where like the sword fight. She's like, you guys just like go off and do your own thing. Like you have like your own moments.
The sword fighting, I can't.
So then she goes, I literally see you guys doing, and she's like, I don't really know how to describe it. She's like, but I guess in like current terms, it would be like you're like doing crime for like fun. Like you're just like f***ing with people. And she's like, but you have like a code about it. And of course, this is like now lifetimes ago, we're like, now we would just f*** with people. We would like troll people on the internet. But like now it's like, this is like, where you actually had to go out and do shit back in the day and whatever. She's like, but you have like a code. She's like you don't.
We live by the
You don't
code.
like mess with women, and you don't like if you steal from somebody, you make sure they're already rich. Like it's like things like that where you're like,
we're Robin Hood.
yeah,
and Little John.
like you kill somebody, but it's because they're a murderer. Like it's like you know what I mean? Like, that.
Famoida. Yeah.
And she goes and
wow.
and then she randomly says, I don't know where she goes, I'm just feeling like there's a lot of sexual tension with the two of you, and I'm like, whoa, that would be weird. And she's like,
which again, fuel
yeah,
the rumor mill.
I know.
Not feud. Fuel.
Fuel. Thank you.
Fuel that rumor mill.
Almost there, girl.
Disclaimer yet again.
Then she's like, you guys have like spent a few lifetimes as like friends. Like you guys always come together as these like close two. And she's like, but then you
God.
separate for several lifetimes because you're mad at him, which I was like, T. And she goes, because he died. She goes, I literally see him
you were
getting
mad
shot.
at me because I died?
She goes, you're mad because you think that if he would have just stuck to the code that you guys had, he wouldn't have died.
So you're that does track.
Like
you
broke
getting
the
mad
code.
at me for dying.
What tracks is you breaking the code, girl.
Hey, what breaks? What tracks?
Go ahead. So like you're like, why did you have to do that? Because like now you died. It's like because
So of course
you're
we
that.
separated for lifetimes because
So
I died.
we separate for a few lifetimes.
Oh, you're still mad at the mad carries over.
Yeah, like it's like a grudge, basically. She's like, but
What?
you in the last few lifetimes
Oh, God.
have come back together. Like you guys have like made up and you're back to friends again. And she goes, the reason I had to say this before I was done is because it was so strong because that means that person is already back in this lifetime with you.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And she goes, his name is Charles, by the way. And Abby goes, like CH Charles. She goes, we know someone else that starts with a CH girl.
and ends in an S if it's Chris.
I know. So I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, am I little Charlie?
I know. And then
Little Charlie?
you had to make it gay.
I wasn't trying to, but this
Am
is
I
kind of
little
gay.
Charlie?
Now that I see it in the monitor.
What do you think you're giving?
Butch.
Yikes. I almost threw up. But yeah. So Charles. So I'm changing your name in my phone to Charles.
Please do.
Charles Keith. Charlie Keith.
I'll take. We're replacing Charlie Puth with Charlie Keith.
Christopher's better.
Christopher Keith, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that better.
But
okay.
yeah.
Well,
So that's that story. I'll tell you the other ones later, but yeah.
okay. Well, I am a little intrigued. Mostly by that burp.
That's that root beer float PP made me earlier.
Root beer float.
Back. Taught me.
Okay, I'll take Charles. I still don't know how I
Charles.
feel about the past life, but that is a little weird.
I don't know how I feel
That's
either.
a little weird.
There was when I tell you some of the other ones, there was some where I was like, bloop. Like she kind of gagged me with some of the stuff she said, but I still like have, I guess, trepidation. I don't know. It was almost like in the mindset where I was like, it gave me like some entertainment. So even if she made it totally up out of the fucking blue, like it was still like funny and like interesting to hear, I guess. So it didn't like harm me in any way.
I would be very interested if she if I went without Abby
If
and
she
without
said it.
you
I know.
and went by myself.
Well, Abby asked her because remember Abby had asked her before if we were connected, me and her.
Yeah.
And she said she thought so, but she wasn't sure. So Abby asked her again while we were there. And she was like, well, how do you know you're not Charles? And then Abby was like, because I think we both know who Charles is in this situation.
Well, she could be Charles.
But I do think I know, if it's true, I do think I know who Abby was, but that'll be in the story that I'll tell you later.
Oh.
But we'll see. But it was like funny. It was interesting. Like I said,
Okay.
if anything, it just gave me like a good time. So it didn't,
I had a good time.
harm,
You've kind of kept me on the edge of my seat.
About it all.
You've edged me.
That's like
so
a
to
funny
speak.
story, and you'll laugh at the other ones. Like I said, when like some of the personality traits and stuff that she would say about these other people, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, skirt. Got me good, gal. I said they're all coming to fruition in this one. They may have been separated in these other lives. I am at my peak, my pinnacle of everything coming
You've
together.
weaved them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that was my past life reading. It was good.
Well, I'm glad to know that I was a part of it, and that I have lived past. We've been Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, remember at our tarot reading last year with Miss Abigail, this particular situation came up in my reading. This whole podcast.
Oh, yes, you're
And
right.
she didn't even know yet.
You're right. Before we were
I
really
mean, she didn't say it was a podcast, but like the details of certain things she said
Yeah.
involved what we had already started plotting with this
Yeah,
whole thing
yeah.
that no one knew about.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, again, disclaimer: there's no sexual tension, folks.
Despite the boner that's protruding from those new pants of yours.
Despite the BONER.
Oh, stand up. Audience, what do you think about the new pants? Stand up. I said stand, not put the feet in the frame, girl.
Marshalls.
Yeah. Look at that camera.
Marshalls.
Yeah. They look good.
Ripped for her pleasure. Let's take a
As
break.
someone who has ripped, I would like you to watch your tone, girl.
Oh my God, you have ripped.
Speaking of pride, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Mama. That's something to be proud of, honey. The second we're allowed to speak and you take a drink
Well, I
every
can't tell when
time, girl.
I can't see when he's cueing you in.
I'm looking, and when I look at you, that's the cue to speak.
Okay.
Let's make that the new
Well, I
thing.
can't see your eyes. I'll take that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I need to jump right in. So recently I was out and about driving around for work because, as you know, I'm out in the real world now, and I've noticed a couple things.
Okay.
Okay, thing number one. Yes, the road rage. I haven't been in like road rage situations again. And I used to drive around for work all the time, and then I took a 3-year work from home full time thing. Now I'm back in the real world, and as I mentioned, I'm getting used to acclimating to the out and about real world. Here's what I've remembered that I totally forgot. It is perfectly acceptable to be cut off by somebody on the road if they're hot. Let me rephrase. You know when somebody's like, you're like, oh my God, who is that? And then you kind of look and it's like somebody hot and you're like,
No.
and then you're like, oh, hey, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No.
No?
Because my rage is stronger than my boner, unlike some.
Why is that a read to me? That's a read for yourself, girl.
No.
I'll let the hot ones in to my lane.
Right.
No? Am I the only one? Comment
I'm
below.
sure you're not the only one, but like I'm like could give a shit what you look like if you're being annoying on the road.
If somebody like does a maneuver, like gets too close, and you're like, girl, hello, like stay in your line.
That says
stay
a
in your
lot
lane.
about you, girl.
And then you
is the
look over and
problem.
you're like, are you texting, girl? And it's like some hot guy being like, and you're like, oh.
Well, here's the other problem.
Hey.
Our definitions of hot are very different. We have very different types. So that would also affect.
That makes
The
it sound like
storyline.
mine is like non-traditional hot. Mine is very traditional hot.
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
What's that from?
Okay, that was hold on. That was Real Housewives Atlanta? Yes?
Yeah, but me being like, what's that from? Okay.
Hold on. Candy Buress.
Nope.
Candy
Who
Candace
actually said that?
Candace.
Who said that first? Candy kind of referenced it later.
Who said
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know the name.
Portia.
Oh, I don't know her.
She's back actually. Was on for a very, very, very long time and now she's back again.
I don't know. I bet if I saw the face, I would like
Portia
totally
Williams.
get it.
Actually, her grandfather is like a big activist for the Black community. He was like back in the day. He's like super famous. We learned about him in history class, in fact.
Okay, love that. Good transition. Speaking of very famous, I was approached.
Were you done with?
That was done.
Okay.
I was approached out and about. I was approached by somebody in a grocery store.
Okay.
An employee at a grocery store. Was I sitting in the couches?
Again, say it, don't spray it, girl. You just spit all over the place.
Was I sitting in the display couches scrolling through BuzzFeed? Yes.
Where?
At Kroger's.
They have display couches at Kroger's?
Yes, they do.
I didn't know Kroger sold couches.
Girl. Kroger's.
Would you buy a couch from Kroger's? Be honest.
I would. The one. Well, okay.
Well, you would buy it off of Facebook
Actually,
Marketplace. So
it might
you
have. My brother took a bed out of a apartment dumpster and then
that
infected
is
himself
so gross.
with bed bugs.
Shocker to none.
And I know he's not listening to this because he disowned me 6 years ago. So, jokes on him.
He's here right now.
Oh my God. Chris Pratt. My brother's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt.
You're both named Chris. They wanted to keep track, so they just
I didn't think
kept
that went
naming
through.
all the kids Chris, including the girls. Chris, Christina, Christopher.
Christopher, Christine,
Chrissy.
Chrissy Aguilera. Never mind. So I was approached by a grocery store employee who says, "You really look like Joey Votto." Baseball player Joey Votto. Comment
Was
below.
this person blind?
Comment below. Do I look like Joey Votto?
No.
So at the time,
The answer is
so at
no.
the time,
It's
I'm
going to be that
sitting there
man with
and
that
I
hate
went,
comment coming back, being like, "Don't put Joey Votto's name in your mouth and talk normal." Hey, girl. Ew. You can suck on all three of that man's teeth that he has left. Ew.
But it gets better. So as the employee is standing there saying, "You look like Joey Votto," and I went, I was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, "Who is that?" He goes, "He was a really famous baseball player." So I'm pulling up my phone. I made a new tab.
My new tab.
And then I went to my mom's house. That was also bad and not correct. I pull up another tab away from BuzzFeed and I said, "Oh, let me look it up," in front of him. I'm like, "Joe," and he's like, "JoeyVotto." I'm like, "Okay," and then I saw that and I went,
That
"Oh
was
my
a read.
God."
What that
And I
was
like,
a read.
Maybe
Was
as
this a
young-
guy or a girl?
A guy. And I was like,
Straight?
"Oh, yeah."
Allegedly.
Maybe a touch of the something, which whatever. And he was like, I was like, "Oh my God, I can totally see it." Lies. Maybe when he was younger a little bit. As this is happening, a shopper comes up to said employee and is now staring. I'm like sitting here. You're the employee. He's like coming up and he's like, and as I'm like, "Oh, I totally see it." Like, and I'm hello to the shopper. Straight man mentality. Go figure, interrupting this peaceful conversation between strangers.
Peaceful.
Interjects himself, and the stranger man goes, "Sorry for whatever's going on here." Actual words. "Sorry to break up whatever this is. Where are the Q-tips?" Thank God the employee was keying with me enough to literally look the straight rude man in the face and go, "I don't know."
Oh my God, I like
Karma's
him.
up.
I like him.
And then the guy went, "Oh, okay, thanks." Walks away to find the Q-tips on his own.
Imagine that.
And then
a
the
man
guy-
finding something on their own.
Thank you.
Imagine that.
Thank you. And well, first of all, ladies, we all know the men don't ask for help in the grocery store. So he came up and like, first of all, the audacity to be rude. But second of all, I was a little bit proud of him for like coming and asking for help. But then
No.
don't interrupt. Wait
You
for it to
don't-
be over.
No, you don't get to be. No,
And
we're
then
not
don't-
proud
don't
of
go
him
like
for
this.
coming up. We're not proud of him for doing a basic thing a person does. By
We're
the way,
not proud.
Ariana says, we're not proud of him for doing a basic human thing, because you know what that does? It feeds into, because then they expect like a round of applause
Let 'em
for
know.
doing the very minimal
Let 'em know.
piece of work. And it's like, girl, the most basic thing you could have done is ask. I'm not proud of you. You did what any person on the f***ing God's green earth would have done. I'm not giving you a pat on the back and a snap because you asked me a question. But I kind of live for the employee, because he not
The
only read
employee-
you, but he read that straight man too.
He read the
honey.
straight man. And then as soon as the interaction was done, he was like done with me too. And then the straight guy walked away. He's like, "Oh, okay, bye."
He was done with you too.
The employee was like, "Anyways, thanks." And I was like, "Thanks."
Bye.
Walks away. And then I'm sitting here.
So awkward.
Like,
Why were you sitting there? What were you waiting for?
I was waiting for my ride.
What?
I didn't drive myself at that particular occasion. I was waiting for the person I was with to go finish going shopping, and I was just like, okay. And
You
I was
can
sitting
just
and
say
waiting.
your husband. Everyone knows you're married.
To Aladdin for my Aladdin collection from my Jasmine.
You're
ring.
wearing my ring?
Hey! I am married, but they didn't know I was married to a man because I'm not gay.
Check that hand.
I'm not.
As you're saying that, you said, hey.
I'm married to a man. I'm not gay.
Let me have it.
Yeah, you can look at the ring. Oh! I said
want
you
it.
can look, that you can have it.
It matches my outfit better. Give it to me.
No.
Please?
No.
Please. Pleek?
Okay, because you said pleek.
Thanks.
Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns.
Yeah, everyone knows you're married, girl. That's why the engagement thing cackles me so much on the Instagram, because it's not, first of all, fake fans. We do nothing but on this podcast talk about the fact that you're married. So fake fans to think that you're now engaged to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, and it's certainly not you.
Well, this was my tea, was that I was just going to wear this the whole episode for a couple episodes just to gag people for a while and just not say anything about it.
That's right.
I'm mad because a ring looks good on my hand. I should wear rings more often.
You should.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm just like looking
I
at
can
it.
see your eye. You can't see mine, but I can see both of yours.
See, I can't tell if you're like what you're looking
and I can
at.
see that you doing. It's this. It's just staring down
weather.
Hold on. I feel like I have more stuff to talk to you about.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me about some trip you were just on. Or we're moving past that.
Well, I'm trying to think of what I did on the trip. Oh, I did. Okay. I also out and about. Get this. Came across a billboard advertising cleaning services called cleaningentertainment.com.
Ooh.
Feel free to pause the video and look up
take a peek.
cleaningentertainment.com.
Are we sponsored by them this week?
Sponsored by Cleaning Entertainment.
Oh.
Do you want a sexy man, woman, or other to literally clean your home
In nothing.
in lingerie or basically the same thing, and you watch them clean your house in that's Pride on a billboard.
Honestly, that's a great gig.
A billboard.
That's a great gig.
And then
I would do it so fast.
They have a Facebook because
That's all you
that's
have.
all I have. And
They
their
probably have an Instagram too, girl.
Facebook has pictures when
Of
they have
what
like
people
a
will look
new
like.
a faceless picture of like and when I
Why faceless?
oh my god, because maybe for their privacy, because they're like out on their face. I don't know why, because they're certainly going to show nothing but their face and everything else when they come into your home and clean everything. What? Oh, and they charge like $150 more for the women, and I said, "Get your coin, girl." But it was like so much less for men. I don't know
Good
why.
for them.
But excuse me. I mean, I do know why.
Oh my god.
I know why, because women deserve it more.
That was so out of character for you to have like a pouch like that.
Oh, I forgot to start boiling the water on the break.
For spaghetti.
Which the homemade sauce that I made.
Mama G, Diana.
Close your ears, Diana.
My mother, Diana.
Diana, pause the video.
Listen to this.
Diana, go.
And I know you would be panicking inside.
Diana.
I walked into this home
Diana,
today.
don't.
This lovely home that your husband has made.
Diana,
And
take the earphones out.
he had the audacity
To talk
pull
about how
out
much I love
a
you.
tub of Prego.
Diana, it's a lie. Diana, I will neither confirm nor deny.
This is who you're texting, Mom.
Diana,
This is the kind of person you're
Diana,
talking to.
I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I have nothing to apologize for, because I did not, in fact, pull out a jar of Prego, dump it into the pot, put frozen meatballs in,
Put water in it to make sure you got every last drop out of that tub.
put water in the empty thing, shake it up to get the last little drop, and then turn on the stove while we came down to film. I didn't
You
do
make
any
those
of that.
meatballs too?
The meat.
Where'd those meatballs come from?
I handmade every single meat.
How about the noodles? I'm just kidding.
At least they're healthy wheat. Sorry. They were wheat last time you had.
Yeah, they're good.
Last time you had my noodles.
My noodles. Fuel the rumors. Hey, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If I was going to a city near here,
Okay.
in another state, but near here,
Okay.
that starts with a C. It's a big city.
But in another state? Mm-hmm. Stop it! I know what you're going to say.
What might you call that city?
Shut up. Shut
Could
your
you
mouth.
just tell me?
In Aaron, you little brat, shut up.
Just come on. If I was traveling
You're
to,
wrong.
I don't
You're
know.
wrong
I
for
don't
that.
know. Let's say I was
Wrong.
traveling to,
Wrong.
I don't know. Let's say Chicago.
I hate you. Hate you.
What might you nickname Chicago?
I hate you. These are all falling off. I'm so
The Windy City.
That's a great one. What about another? Would you like to also chime in?
Yeah, I also got it wrong.
Well,
Well,
both of you were wrong.
California boy here didn't know that Chicago was called Chi-Town.
I'm not from there either.
But you're from closer than me.
It means nothing.
What means nothing is this story, because
Clearly it does, because it got you real heated, girl. You and PP.
that little brat. So what happened was, we have a friend, Erin, hey girl, and she had a picture and she had the little caption that said, I'm in Chi-Town.
I could tell you.
Chi-Town, Chitown.
It says Chi-Town, USA.
Not the screenshot. Chi-Town, USA. And in my mind, I thought it was short for Chinatown.
So did I.
So then I was like,
Both of you were very wrong.
so then I messaged her back. And I said, oh my God, I've never been. Like, I'll have to go. Take me to like Chinatown. And she was, but I didn't say like, take me to Chinatown. I was like, oh my God, I've never been. Take me one day. And she responds, oh my God, yeah. And then like minutes go by and she texts again. And she's like, now wait a minute. I thought you picked up your like car there. And I was like, and I knew that was Chicago. And I was like, oh my God, I thought you were talking about Chinatown. And then she did say, she's like, I'm screenshotting this. That little brat. How was I supposed to know Chi-Town wasn't short for Chinatown? And first of all, Chi-Town? Wouldn't it be like Chi-Town?
Chi-Town. It's always been Chi-Town.
Since when? I never heard that once in my life.
I have been sitting on that screenshot for like a week.
You're wrong.
Waiting for this moment.
You're such a brat.
She
You're a
literally
brat.
sent it to me and goes, just bring this up, but don't tell him.
You're a brat.
On the pod. And I was
Aaron's a
like,
brat. You-
say less, girl.
Say the names.
Me snapping with my left hand, as you figured out I do now.
I did figure. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast. When I saw you in your show, Gypsy, I learned many things about you. First of all, you can be more butch than I thought.
Thanks.
First of all, not when you're dancing though, because you're clearly a very talented dancer, and straight people can't dance like you. Nobody can. I also
Many people
learned.
can, and much better, but
Oh, not in my mind.
thanks.
I also learned you can snap left-handed.
Yeah.
And us, and I
And
was
not right-handed.
like,
Like
which
at
is
all.
because you're right-handed
I know.
normally.
Yeah.
I'm
Look,
gagged.
Listen. That's right.
This is my right. Oh, I can kind of do both. ASMR. Ew, I hated that.
I know, you hate the ASMR. It's so weird.
Okay. I'll save the
What's
other
the timer
stories for
at?
I was about to say, girl, it's time to pop off.
Oh.
And did you talk about it? You went last time, so I'll go this time. I have other stories, so tune in next week for more of my stories and a
Same. Craigslist.
and a Craigslist missed connections story that I have.
I knew we would get there
Another juicy one.
We have RuPaul to get to.
We have to and spaghetti.
Are you caught up?
Yes, I am caught up.
So you saw Snatch Game last week?
I did.
Okay, good.
I did.
Just making sure.
Which I'm so glad that the person that ended up in the top 2 wasn't the one that was picked as the winner of the. You know what I
agree.
mean? I was like,
I agree.
Really?
Mhm.
And then they weren't in the lip sync. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So let's see, which one do I want? Okay, this is perfect, Jordan. This is perfect. It's that time of the year, and it's getting to that time of
It's
the year.
your time of the month.
It's my time of the month, which is why I'm wearing black. Oh. How do you feel about people who worship? And I don't mean just support. I mean, and I do mean worship or
The devil.
idolize the devil. Worship or idolize their favorite political candidate. And I'm not getting political here, but I'm just talking about people that literally
Speaking of.
worship a person, no matter who it is, because here's how I feel. No matter whose side you're on or wherever,
Political specifically, or just people in general?
political specifically.
Okay.
It makes no sense to me that you literally believe that this one person, whoever you in your mind are idolizing or worshiping, is going to solve or whatever, bring all of these things to fruition that you feel they support. I'm like, this one person, first of all, it takes an army. Why do you worship one person? How can you do that?
There's only
How?
one political person that I would ever worship, and it's Michelle Obama.
Oh, I was like,
when
I didn't
and
know
if
I
she
was running.
decides to run, girl.
Now, Michelle Obama is another story.
She is her only.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I pay little attention to politics. I pay enough, but not a ton.
I feel like it's important to pay attention some, but not to the point where you become obsessed.
I'm also very
I'm not
aware
saying-
that in this country, the president doesn't really have a lot of power. So in comparison,
no.
So like, it's not, to me, it's not as, you know,
The
there's
thing is,
other issues
people will
that are
pick
more
this
important.
like a one person, like president, for example. People will pick like the
It is an
president.
election year.
And the problem is, these same people don't seem to be as involved in knowing who's on the House of Representatives, who's in the Senate. You know what I mean? It's like it's like I only hear or see, but you don't hear people like out
right
on the streets being like, vote for this.
when
vote
they're
for
like,
this.
you can contact your representative directly. And I'm
And
like,
by the way, these
what you get
people-
is an automated fucking voicemail that you're not
what you get
contacting them
is what you
directly.
get is that too. But also the thing is, the president is every 4 years. These like representatives are for life voted
like
in.
the Supreme Court. Well, not
The-
reps and senators.
Oh, trust some
House
of,
of
these,
Representatives and
well, some
senators
of
have
them.
a term.
Some of the you'd be very surprised that some of the ones that are like for life are big, like important ones. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but senators and representatives have terms.
well, I forget which one, but there's some out there that are like for life, and you would be
No.
gagged.
Supreme Court. That's
So
for
Supreme
life.
Court, I know is for life. I feel like there was another one or two. I don't remember, but
I don't know. I know the senators and House of Representatives, they have terms.
how
and
long
they're
are they?
weird.
How long are they weird?
Yeah, one might be 6 and one might be 2 is like coming to my head, but that might not be
because
right.
I know that every once in a while you have to like vote for your
No.
vote for whoever, but there's some
Well,
that I
the
can't
thing
remember
is
which.
they have terms,
Mm-hmm.
but I believe, I might be wrong, I believe you can continuously run. It's not like the president you can only do twice and then you're done.
Right. That
I
too, that
believe
too,
they can
that too.
run and run and
Which
run
I'm
and run.
kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with that.
Supreme Court, though, that's like you're on it for life. Like,
Right.
there is no terms.
Yeah.
Die there.
There's no terms and
You
conditions.
go there to die. And if there was, I wouldn't have read them anyway.
And some of them have died.
R.I.P. The good ones.
The good ones die young. But
yeah.
all that's and again,
I
look
know.
at me running my mouth, and I'm not really that into politics. But
But
what I'm
I
saying
mean,
is, there are those kind of people that are like, go this or go that, no matter where they are on this like political
Unless it's
spectrum.
Ruth Bader Hindenburg, like, I don't want nothing to do with
Not Hindenburg.
the Hindenburg disaster. What was that?
That was the big blimp that was full of hydrogen
Oh, yeah. That exploded.
instead of helium, hydrogen, which is very flammable. I was on it, farted in my past life.
No, you're just a flamer. You got on and it exploded.
So all that to
I know
say,
you're trying to push the narrative that you're straight. It's not working very well.
What gave that away? Hyperextended gay fingers.
What do you mean? Pinky up. Holding the mic.
Oh, speaking of, thank you, PP, for doing all of our Pride logos and banners and profile pictures and all that.
Yeah. It looks really good. I kind of live the little rainbow moment.
Week 2 of Pride.
Just
Hi,
for
y'all.
Pride. I know. It's week 2. Which is crazy because it's week. We're filming this for week 2 of Pride, and I haven't even gone to the first Pride event, which is June
I know.
1st.
Technically,
Because of how
at the time
tomorrow.
at the time of filming, tomorrow's really Pride.
Tomorrow's
but
my first Pride event.
By the time this
Cleveland.
comes out, it'll be over.
I'm going to at least Cleveland. I would like to go to Columbus. We'll see. You're
Or
probably
as
doing
I've-
none. Are
I'm
you doing
not.
any?
No, but as I've heard Columbus being called recently by somebody, Columbusy.
Who called it that?
I'm not going to say the name, but let's just say it's somebody we both know.
Okay. Columbusy.
Columbusy.
I kind of love that.
I won't say
who
the
it
name,
was. Yeah, I won't say the name though. By the way, another reference to Abby. She texted me the other day and she's like, you saying XYZ's name and not bleeping it out. And I was like, oh, that's because I was talking about somebody else who happens to have the same name. And
Oh.
she's like, no, you said it again at the end. And I was like, where, girl? I had just watched this to make the
Yeah,
TikToks.
yeah.
And I was like, when? Where?
When?
And she's like, it's at the end. Hold on. And she goes, in fact, you may have said Jesus. Just ignore me. I was like, what? How does that sound anything?
Not her trying to like.
Clock.
She was
Yeah.
she was trying to be like
And if she would-
protective.
If she would like to be the first guest on season 2, she better mind her P's and Q's over there.
Not
Coming up soon.
Abby.
Jesus. How do you feel about Jesus?
I love. That's a political candidate.
That's a political statement, mama. Heyo.
These glasses are the political statement.
Pride glasses. I will be wearing them tomorrow at Pride too.
And by the way, Pride will be. Pride events will be almost probably technically over by the time this comes out. But
No, it's only halfway through the month.
no, the Pride events, like the one you're going to tomorrow.
Yeah, it's only halfway through the month. There's ones every weekend.
Oh.
All the cities. I don't know about here, but there's ones every
okay.
weekend.
Okay. Well, there's one right here, right now, every single day, for the straights.
Who's proud?
Straights.
Who's proud? Raise your hand if you were proud. Raise your hand if you were scared.
Time's up.
Anyway,
Bye.
go to.
I'm hungry.
Hey,
Oh.
could I give an outro? Do you think?
Okay.
Okay, go to bythewaypod.com. You'll find links to everything: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, anywhere you can stream us and listen and watch.
Everywhere you're watching, streaming, and listening, make sure you leave us a comment. Leave us 5 stars and leave us a comment. Whatever. You know the gig. Happy Pride.
Make sure you're Instagram DMing us some topic ideas. Although Lord knows our lives are just interesting enough to keep talking about that bullshit. And in the meantime, what can they find us again here, Christopher?
Wherever you're listening, watching, right here, right now, every single Monday.
Monday fun day.
Bye.
Let's go eat spaghetti
Spaghetti and not Prego.
and Prego.